You think we'd be sick? I'm running out of energy. See, we use it.
What up, world? Stop scrolling. It's LeGrand, hip-hop artist and climate activist. Welcome to the Season 2 kickoff of Keep That Same Green Energy podcast. I got a guest that you may remember from Season 1. Guest, please introduce yourself.
Y'all know me.
Allow me to reintroduce him.
I kicked off Season 1, didn't I? Well,
Yes, you did.
I recorded first, but I don't think you put me on first. Did you?
No, you're not supposed to go first. You just kicked it off. You set the tempo for it.
All right.
That's what we're
Whatever.
doing for Season 2. Bring that energy. We
I'm
need that
Marc
energy.
Ross, the brother, the youngest brother, the best of the four.
Oh, here we go. Now this,
So I'm back.
if you've been following the podcast, you know we're going to edit all that out. So, but we're going to let it roll for right now. So I know you're limited on time, so I appreciate you giving us the time on the podcast. Come back and give your opinion. So one of the things I wanted to ask you was, based on what you saw from Season 1, what was your feedback? How did you think it came off for Season 1? What things could we do for Season 2?
Well, the passion. I love the passion of your guests, and it was so diverse with the opinions, the analysis that you had, that you think, okay, here's a topic and everyone thinks the same way, but your guests showed that, all right, everybody has their different avenue, their lane, that how they're looking at this, how they approach it, how it impacts their life. And that's really what you're trying to get to, because that's how you get to the best decisions and brainstorm about solutions to problems, is getting a diverse set of opinions and analysis from people. Well, except, on the Republican side of things.
Oh!
MAGAs who just feel,
See?
just think a certain way and just go like that.
So we try to remain politically agnostic. But since you opened the door, I'm going to ask. After I watched the most recent presidential debate, I don't think either of the candidates gave a pretty good perspective of what they plan to do relative to climate action. Mm-hmm. What was your take on it? And of the candidates, which do you think? Actually, we won't get into that. Which candidate do you think is going to do more for the environment based on what you know today? I don't even think
that's really a question. I mean, there's Kamala and Democrats and Biden and have been doing it. They didn't really have to say
Inflation Reduction Act.
I mean, they've been doing things. They've been doing things where then you have Trump, who doesn't even believe it exists. So, and that's been the issue. We're not digging too deep in politics, where the people who are actually trying to solve problems have to give a million details about how they're solving problems, whereas on the other side, he doesn't have to say anything. They don't have to give any sort of answers, because they don't even believe in it, and there's no standard that they're being held to on that side of, well, I don't believe in it. Okay, well, we don't even going to ask you. Whereas on the Democrat side, it's like, give us the 3,000 things you're going to do to solve it. And if you don't, well, then you're failing us. Well, wait a minute. They don't have anything over there. So, of course, on that side, Biden, even going back to Barack, have been, okay, this is the problem. Here's what we're doing. Here are our programs and initiatives. And so it's just really a continuation of that.
So, again, not to tread lightly into politics, the one thing I took issue with, and maybe the audience or you can school me on it, but I feel like having the Inflation Reduction Act but supporting fracking is kind of like, it's like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Now, I understand it from the perspective of, we've got to find other fuels and other resources instead of relying so much on coal and fossil fuels. But the fracking argument, my understanding, has always been, in the process of fracking, there are stream beds, waters, the water environment can be contaminated or disrupted. That whole ecosystem can be disrupted by fracking. So can we accept, obviously, I'm, as a climate activist, I support the Inflation Reduction Act. And I mean, there's a lot of money going towards climate action. But the same administration then saying that they support fracking, how do you feel about that? Is it not two sides of the same coin from your perspective, or?
Well, nothing is ever cut and dry.
Black or white. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's always those intricacies about something so delicate and controversial, or so there's no problem, no issue that is that deep and involved. You're trying to find the best balance of it. So you can't always just say, well, they're doing that, so throw all this other stuff out. Yep. So there's never going to be I 100% agree with everything that person is doing. Okay. Is it 90% to 10? Is it 80-20? Whatever that balance is, then you say, okay, yeah, I'm going to, even being in a relationship with somebody or having a brother, having a spouse, you don't 100% rock with them with every single thing that happens.
What are you talking about? 100% support everything that you've ever said in life. We've never had an argument. What are you talking about?
Yes.
I'm totally all in. I don't agree with that. No. So what I hear you saying is I should take it the same way that, climate advocates say, well, yeah, EVs are great, but in the process of producing EVs, there's a lot more greenhouse gas that's produced than other sources. So
yeah, similar
you can't
to
win them all. You can't win.
Your man's that was on season 1 that was here.
Darren. Yeah, Darren. What Darren was saying.
When talking about the cars and how he said, okay, well you had your we won't mention Tesla, but you had your EV, but he said, you know what, that might not be the best, and it might
Correct.
be better to have the hybrid. And
Correct.
So something of that perspective, where for you, all right, this is the best way to do it, but then you get a different perspective of him saying, nah, actually, I think this is the best way. And he ain't gonna throw you out.
No.
So that's what the balance.
I see what you're saying. So I look at it as, and like we've always said with Keep That Same Green Energy podcast, is we're just trying to get people to do one thing they haven't done, a new thing, something to work towards it. So everybody doesn't make the leap directly to 100% electric. Some people take that step and say, all right, let me do hybrid first. Either way, we're trying to reduce carbon footprint or whatever. So that's helpful to get that perspective. So looking forward, what additional things can we do on the podcast to try to draw? I mean, one of the things, I'll just give you a sneak preview of season 2. We're going to focus a little bit more on sustainability. Right. So you can have a lot of focus on climate action, but if it's not sustainable, sometimes the juice is not worth the squeeze. So when I talk about sustainability as it applies to climate action, what do you think of?
I don't know. You're the expert.
No. I'm not. Let me just share. I am not the expert. I would just say that when you put a sustainability lens on things, is it sustainable to think that everybody's going to get an EV? No. Is it sustainable to grow your own food? Yes. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so just putting the sustainability lens.
Yeah. Well, those steps, as we talked about this in the season 1, you don't have to do everything. It's that one thing that you can do and be consistent at doing it. It's almost the same as people with New Year's resolutions. I'm going to get in shape. All right, well, you ain't got to jump out there the first day
and run a marathon.
Do 33,000 burpees and okay, well, let me just walk for 20 minutes today.
Yeah,
and
then let
me up that each day. And that's the same thing with sustainability of, okay, what can I do? And I know I can continue doing this. The consistency of doing something, that's what really the goal is for anybody with any sort of change they're making in their life, improvement in their life. It's the consistency of it. So whether it's the showering, whether it's we ain't growing our own food, but whatever that is that you can do consistently every day to help, that's what makes you comfortable and easier to get up. Like, dang, I got to. No, actually, I'm just doing this. Yeah. So that's what that's really the goal.
Yeah, and then thinking about I've stepped out there and tried to do the 5-minute showers. I've tried to do veganism. Like those things may not be sustainable.
Take
but,
6
but
because you smell. Do 6 in that shower.
However, but something like growing food at home, that is something that I feel as though that could be sustainable, particularly if you're doing
and for
it
different people,
hydroponically.
someone like, yes, I love doing this. Our
Right.
neighbor next door, she takes care of all the plants in the this community here. She loves doing it. That's something
Okay.
she gets up every day. I love doing this. I'm gonna do it. Whereas we ain't doing that. Nah. But for her, and so everybody is different in what they can give.
All right. And so just fast forwarding ahead, because I know we're limited on time. The Spill Bars or Fill Bars portion of season
You already
one.
know.
Season
Yeah.
one. No. I'm just curious. One, the song that you chose was Ego Trippin' for season one.
You should have ranked. Did you rank the songs? The song choices? That's something you do with season two.
would
Rank the
would
song
rank-
choices.
Okay.
Where would mine have fell on the
absolutely like 12.
Really? You gonna do
No. Again, it's not my opinion that matters.
Wow.
We will definitely poll the audience to see which one they thought was
Yes.
ranked the highest.
Yes.
Right. But for season two, if you had to pick another song that you identify
with this.
yeah, of course, that you identify with LeGrand or Climate Action, what song would it be?
Man, I'd have been better prepared for this. Well, I mean,
I'm sure it was.
well, I'm going
Prince or
Ghetto
somebody
Boys.
that-
Well, Prince was always that. Well, Purple Rain. Yeah, let's go Purple Rain. Let's go Purple Rain. He saw that back in the '80s. What was happening?
He was running around.
Everybody thought he
dancing
was talking about a love
Beret.
song.
That was his favorite song, Raspberry
No, hey.
Beret. I just didn't understand why.
I was
I didn't
ahead of
see
my
the connection.
time as
but
a star athlete scholar back in the day who could say, you know what, Prince is that dude.
Okay.
I was comfortable with that.
Obviously, you
those
were
of
very
us in
comfortable.
life have to get more comfortable saying I can be an individual. I was already ahead of my time.
You were ahead of your time.
I was ahead of
get
my
it.
time.
I get it. Yep, we didn't see what you saw clearly. So finally, we're gonna go with Purple Rain. We're gonna try and flip that for that's gonna be
That's gonna
interesting.
be the number one. That's
gonna
number
be
one.
interesting.
That's gonna be
so
hard
for
to beat.
season two. Yeah, I mean, again, you asked for my opinion. I thought of the songs. I'm a little biased because I think the episode with Jennifer that was already based on Dilla. Stakes is high, so there was no way you were going to win, in my opinion, going against
that's
Dilla.
just biased.
But but surprisingly, Skylar's episode, the way the music turned out, as difficult as the song was, and nobody knows this, but the original song that I flipped and let Skylar hear it, she was like, "Oh, okay." I couldn't write to it.
What song did she?
She chose Changes, the David Bowie song.
Oh, yeah.
So what I flipped was very difficult, and it was a struggle to try to figure it out. And so I went back in and resampled a part of it, and it was able to kind of get the thoughts going. So Sky, I apologize. It's not the exact song that you heard that night when we flipped it. I flipped it a little bit differently, but she's probably heard it by now. So, any closing comments for the season? Can we get
It's
a
all
commitment
downhill
for season
for all
three?
the other guests. It's all downhill from here. No.
So
just keep
he's-
doing what you're doing, man, and engaging more people. Getting that diverse, as I said, that diverse group of people that you know and rely on, others that you may not have tapped into before, and you never know where a perspective or analysis is going to go for you.
Yeah.
So just keep tapping into that.
Yeah, the one thing I do want your opinion on before you go is I feel like there are folks that are reticent to get on this podcast.
Well, some people don't like it. You can't. It just not just the pop. People don't like being in front of the camera. People don't like talking. That's a natural inclination of people. Like, nope. I'm so. You got to bring.
So I hear that. I received that. But these are folks that can give their opinion 10,000 times a day about anything under the sun at any given time. And it's not about being in front of the camera. Just like I feel like, and you might be 100% right. It may be just they don't do social media, blah blah blah. But these are folks that you can see on social media 10 times a day.
It's different.
Giving their opinion.
It's different.
Is it a Twitter fingers type of thing? Because they're in control of it, and if it's their social media, they feel like it can get out of hand if it's somebody else's.
100%. Whenever you're controlling your own way
narrative
of communication, that's comfortable.
It's the narrative that
when you come out of that, now do this, that changes things for sure.
All right.
Don't take it personal.
No, I didn't. I kind of did it first, but I know that some of the folks have been dealing with some things, and I get that. I respect that. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't that they feel threatened by the podcast itself, because just because we've got we're signing NDAs and stuff like that. So, all right, world, I appreciate your time. Let's applaud our guest, the infamous Marc Ross.
Gotta go to work.
Thanks for season 2. Y'all keep that same green energy. Keep that same greenenergy.org. Give us feedback. Rank the spill bars of
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Salute. We'll see y'all next time.
Energy. You think we'd be sick? I'm running out of energy. See, we use that.
Y'all prayed I wouldn't resurface. It's a breeze versus these rappers with these verses. Pull up in the spaceship followed by 3 hearses. El Uno, you couldn't burn me if you drew reverses. It's the worst it's ever been. This industry's worthless. So when I drop these NFTs, please purchase. The one who sent me is the one who can release curses. Why you all pray on your knees in these diseased churches? Feels like real bars making a resurgence. I spit clean as detergent, still make y'all flee urgent. I kill beats, the death toll is more than 3 purges. A recent COVID-19 surges. These urges need the purses, not a free service. I'm more than real, y'all fake as a flea circus.